Well, how do you handle Buffalo's snow and cold tonight? How about you get two teams with flamethrower hot offenses to melt the nets at Alumni Arena? And that's what we have. It's the UB Bulls and the Akron Zips. And here we go. Hope they change the bulbs and the scoreboards and maybe change the nets here tonight, Tony, because we figure to give both of those a workout with the way these teams like to score. Akron in the traveling dark blue jerseys, Buffalo in the home white jersey. Should be a fun one here tonight at Alumni Arena. And that one's going to go right out of bounds. Kick it back out. That three is going to go up and in for Amani Lyles, the big man who's a 44% three-point shooter on the season, gets us on the board. Shot clock under 10. And kick it out to a wide open Lyles, who hits another one. Angelo Brizzi with the rebound, gets it to Sable inside the arc, jumper good. Ryan Sable, 17.2 points per game, 7th in the MAC. Tied for leading scorer with Daniel Freitag, Tavari Johnson, Akron's leading scorer. He'll just put the three up and hit it. They are so good. They shoot 39% on the season from three. A 39% three-point shooter. Got the ball now. He'll whip it to the left side. Another three is going to go up and go in for Evan Mahaffey. And I know that this is something John Gross has been emphasizing to his team, that they've got to start playing better defense. By Shamas Scott, quickly up court to Mahaffey, and the layup will go up and in for Bowen Hardman. Again, here come the Zips, led by Eric Mahaffey. He's going to hang and hit. Both Mahaffey brothers on the score sheet now, Eric and Evan, and the run up to 19-2. Cutter to the lane is Obo, spins and hits.
They're kind of matched up in most of the categories that we look to find differences, except for making shots. And hopefully they're coming out of this timeout with a play that can ultimately lead to a field goal. As you see here, Ryan Sable knocks down that three-pointer right out of the timeout. Yeah, in college basketball, these games are very long. So it's one possession at a time, one score, one stop, as Ryan's pass leads to a steal and a dunk for Akron. Nice two-hand dunk there. But those are the kind of possessions that UB wants to limit and ones that Akron wants to continue to happen here.
Yeah, that one's
back to the lineup now that Jones is healthy. So we'll see if this five can operate offensively and put some points up for the Bulls.
Pocknet, low block. Ezra McKenna scoops it in. Haven't seen Pocknet and McKenna play together a whole lot, and maybe that's not such a bad idea. Back the other way. The three-point shooting stays hot for Akron. That's Bowen Hardman. Point shooting has not been what Talton's game has been about this year, under 20% on the year. Might be why he was left open there. Do not leave that guy open. Tavari Johnson with the three. Shot clock under 10 now. Angelo Brizzi looking for an opening. Look at the aggressive defense being played by Akron, but Brizzi kind of scoops it in. Nice shot, and Angelo Brizzi on the scoreboard for the first time.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, because he's one of those guys who can help fill void with Daniel Freitag being out. If he can get going, that can give a good option for the Bulls.
Well, at some point, Buffalo's got to figure out a way to defend the three, because Shamas Scott has now hit the 8th three-pointer of the game for Akron.
Having 20 made threes in their last game, already having 8 in this game here, they might go for some of the same numbers, if not better.
Sable on the other end hits the three, and that's the guy Buffalo relies on. Guarded by Lyles, almost lost it, trapped in front of the bench. He tried to bounce it off Lyles' legs. Instead, it went through the legs and right to Tavari Johnson, who scores. Knew what was coming, but that was a break for the Akron Zips. Noah Batchelor's three will fall.
Absolutely, and breaking the game up into little chunks, too, allows you to focus on what's at hand, too, right? If you look up at the scoreboard, you see you're down by 15. You can't really fathom, a 15-point shot, as we see a three-pointer here by Akron going down for another one. But if you can break it up into little chunks and just chip away at it, maybe at the end of this, you're in a position to even win the game.
1 of 2 for Angelo Brizzi. It's rare that he misses any from the free throw line. He did that time. So the lead is at 17. Cut to the lane, layup is good. Marvin Musime Kamali.
Off the court as well too, so it's hurting them in multiple facets, and it also just gives opportunities for other guys to step up and show themselves. As you see here, Brian Sable, who's typically shooting those threes, he finds a way to get to the basket with a nice up and under move.
Another one of those little chances for Buffalo to try to sneak this close to 10 points. DJ Talton with his first basket of the night. So final shot of the first half likely here for the Akron Zips to add to their 13-point lead. Tavari Johnson, back pass, Lyles, three-pointer goes. That's the fourth three of the first half. And quickly back the other way come the Zips, and that one's going to count. Goaltending is going to be the call.
Create 2 points for themselves.
Sable, three, got it. That's 13 in the game for Ryan Sable.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if Akron stays in this 1-3-1 zone that they're playing right now. I know it's a different look. Maybe just trying to throw the Bulls off a little bit here.
Bowen Hardman with the three. Johnson, Hardman to the corner. Halligan, got it. Everybody hits him. Just the fifth of the year for Zach Halligan. Zach is feeling it. He sure is. 2 in a row. He averages 2.5 points a game. He's eclipsed that twice already on the last 2 trips down court. 3 players who have shot 100 three-pointers so far this season. Halligan is not one of them, but maybe he'll deserve a lot more.
Yeah, he said, I want to be the fourth one, Paul.
Yeah. And it's Evan Mahaffey with too easy of a basket. And you better not be the only one who isn't and doesn't.
Exactly.
A nice baseline fall-away jumper for Ryan Sable. Well, that's a 48% three-point shooter, and that kind of sums up the night a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good defense by McKenna, but it goes right to Evan Mahaffey for the layup, and it was McKenna that went down hard. DJ going to go right to the rim and score. Second basket of the game for the grad student from Fort Worth, Texas, DJ Talton, who made his first career UB start here tonight. Here comes Mahaffey, feeds it to Scott. Young down the lane hits. First basket of the game for Sharon Young.
Yeah, and the crowd wanted a travel call there, but if they wanted the travel call, they would have had to take the foul call as well, too, because that might have been the only reason why he'd had a couple steps there.
17 points a game to double that tonight to fill in for Daniel Freitag, and that's asking any player a lot.
Yeah, definitely asking a lot, especially as you see McKenna with the assist of Pocknet. Freitag has been that guy to get them out of those slumps too and kind of get the offense going again. As you see a beautiful pass for the Akron as well.
Looking for another assist. Instead, they'll keep working it around. Tavari Johnson gives it back to Mahaffey. Tapped up and in. I believe Mahaffey will get that one. No, they're going to give it to Lyles. Sable, little turnaround jumper hits. That's 18 in the game for Ryan Sable. Pocknet double teamed in the corner. Goes across court for Sable, who fakes the three, shoots the three, hits the three. 8th game of the year, over 20 points for Ryan Sable. He's at 21.
You know, some guys, even if they're just as good at driving as they are shooting, as you see a great move by Pocknet here for the up and under, they still lean a little bit towards one or the other, right? So
alley-oop, and there's a nice little late in the game exclamation point from Evan Mahaffey off the feed from Shama Scott. Shot clock down to 7. DJ Talton's 3 no good. Kyle Jones working hard, and he puts it up and in. First 2 of the game for Kyle Jones in his first game back in about a month.
It's allowed them to not have to put so much pressure on their offense, even though they've been very, very strong. As you see there, another 2 points for Lyles with the strong left hand take to the basket. No, it has not.
Sometimes those numbers can be skewed by who you played non-conference, but they've been just as good and just as hot in MAC play. That's Angelo Brizzi hitting double digits with the three. Brizzi going to shoot the long three. No good. Offensive rebound for Ezra McKenna. He'll kick it to Sable for three. Got it. Count it and a whistle, and we're going to get a foul as well. They'll have to do some creative bussing on the way home, but I don't know that anybody will mind after an impressive performance tonight. And a nice little alley-oop from Talton to McKenna. Under 30 seconds to go in this one. That's Angelo Brizzi putting it off glass up and in. Friday night for the Bulls to take on UMass is their next game. And I believe it's a Friday night game as well for Akron on the road at Ohio. Yes. And the final seconds will dribble out on this one. The Zips came out firing. They continue to fire, shooting 40% from beyond the three-point arc as Halkovic and Gross exchange a handshake at midcourt. But it's a big road win for the Akron Zips. Coming into Buffalo, dealing with the weather. Didn't stop them. They were red hot from the minute this thing got tipped off.